What's goody to any and everybody who may be listening? Now, this one is meant to be real juicy, real funny. We finna be getting into Savannah Thomas, aka Shay. Now, right now, looking back at that bitch, I cannot tell you that I loved the bitch. I did not. At the time, I may have thought that I loved that whore, but looking back, I'm saying that I didn't. Okay, she was, baby. I gotta tell you, she was a really pretty girl. I'm gonna be honest about it. She was a pretty girl. She had a body on her. She was tall. She had a butt and some titties on her. What else about her? She had a laugh. Now, the one thing about Shay that I was drawn to was her laugh, because it was her laugh that drew me in, because it was very contagious, and I couldn't help but to laugh when she laughed. Oh, when she laughed, I was laughing. Okay. Let's go ahead and call our energy and light sparks back from that. I decree and declare that any and all of my energy, light sparks, and soul fragments that got caught up within the midst of Savannah Thomas, aka Shay, and that laugh, and the way we used to be sitting up on that porch laughing, are released, removed, freed, and brought on back home to the mother, the father, and the child, baby. Okay? Now, one of the things about Shay was that she was very fickle. She was fickle-minded, and she was wishy-washy. So you never knew what kind of mood that you was gonna catch Shay in. You never knew whether she was gonna want to fuck with you on one day or not fuck with you. So it was a lot of confusion surrounding that too. So let's go ahead and call our life right from that. I decree and declare that any and all of my energy, like sparks and soul fragments, that got caught up within the midst of Shay, aka Savannah Thomas, acting funny, being wishy-washy, and things of this nature, are released, removed, freed, and brought on back home to the source. Okay? Now, there was the instance, we gotta talk about it now. We gotta talk about the instance where this bitch done ran away. She ran away from home, and I'm telling you, this was being broadcasted on the news and everything. I loved her so much. I really loved that girl at that time that I was worried about her. And she had everybody in the neighborhood pretty much worried about her, what happened to her. And she had done ran away from Darlene. I gotta go ahead and call my light sparks back from that whole situation. I decree and declare that any and all of my energy, light sparks, and soul fragments that got caught up and lost within the midst of that running away that Shay did and had it all on the news, and I was really missing her, okay, all released, removed, freed, and brought on back home to the mother, the father, and the child. I decree and declare that any and all of my energy, like sparks and soul fragments that got caught up within the midst of Darlene Thomas, which is her mammy, and even Quanisha, her sister, and that damn stepdaddy, and that daddy, are released, removed, freed, and brought on back home to the mother, the father, and the child. Now, we got to talk about this incident where she done came on down to the house. She came on down to my house, and it was my birthday. It was like the day before my birthday. Shay done came down there and spent the night at the house. Sharita done gave me, I had like $100. It was about $150. It could have been $200. It was, either way, it was a lot of money, and it was up in my drawer. Now, I did not know Shay to be a thief in that way. I did not know her to be that, but where else did it go? Because I know Sharita didn't just go back in the drawer and take the money back. Now, she wouldn't have did that. Now, one thing about Sharita is that when she gave me something, she gave it to me. Now, one thing about Sharita that I will say and acknowledge is that I did not go hungry unless she was being stupid and gave a man some money, but we gonna talk about that later. One thing about Sharita, though, is that she kept clothes on my back, and she kept me with I didn't go without like that. Okay? So, I gotta go ahead and call my energy and life partner, because I know that was Shay who took my damn money, my birthday money, baby, and I was devastated over that. I decree and declare that any and all of my energy, like sparks and soul fragments that got caught up, lost, and stolen by Shay, right along with the money that she stole out of my top drawer on my birthday, are released, removed, freed, and brought on back home to the mother, the father, and the child. Okay? Okay. Now, she did have a boyfriend. She had a boyfriend that used to come over to the house. His name was David. She had David and a boy named Reggie used to come on over to the house too. Both of them, okay, they was cute. Reggie, there was a lot of flirtation going on between myself and Reggie. By the way, David. One thing about David is that he didn't judge me either, because I was again at that time I was a very feminine boy. But we gotta go ahead and call our life back from both Reggie and David. I decree and declare that any and all of my energy, like sparks and soul fragments that got caught up within either Reggie or David, both of them are released, removed, freed, and brought on back home to the mother, the father, and the child. Okay. Now this is the last thing. Last but not least, we gotta talk about this. This is Funty Hunty. Now, again, at this time, I was very feminine. Now, I was about to be, I was on that fuck. I say what I was doing at this time was I was getting on the chat line, but it would be me and Shay. It wasn't just me by myself. It was either me and Shay or me and another girl by the name of Quan. Not Shaquan Cotton, but Quantega Horton. We would be on these chat lines, and at that time my voice was a little higher, so I could kind of switch the voice up and talk have a girl voice. I forgot what my name was at this time, my girl name. But anyway, we would get on these chat lines, and, pretend to be girls at the end of the day. I gotta call my energy and so I said, I decree and declare that any and all of my energy, like sparks and soul fragments that got caught up within the midst of myself being up on these chat lines, making my voice higher and things of this nature, trying to pretend like I was one of the girls, when I wasn't one of the girls biologically, but I was most definitely still one of the girls, but you know what I'm saying, are released, removed, freed, and brought on back home to the mother, the father, and the child. Now, we gotta talk about these other boys, because Shay was, Shay was a thought too. It's no shade. She was a little whore and a thought. And she was talking to this boy by the name of Rashad and things of this nature at this time. It's not like I really wanted to do it. I did want to do it, but somehow she convinced me to put the voice on and start to talk to Rashad. Not only was I talking to Rashad, but bitch, I was up there talking to the whole damn crew. Bitch, I was talking to Rashad. And there was also this boy named Dexter. Now, I had known Dexter from Carnage anyway. So I had already known Dexter and things of this nature. So I was on the phone with these boys, talking to them for a while. Surprisingly, my cover had not been blown yet. Okay? So one day, it was the big day, baby. Me and Shay had been getting ready for this day. We had caught the church bus. We caught the church bus to go on down to church. What's this church called? Over there off yonder, like Brentwood or something like that. I forgot what that church was called. But the bus used to come through Santa Maria's to get us. So me and Shay had been prepping for it, bitch. I'm trying to tell you, we had got water balloons so that I could put the balloons in the bra. We had gotten the outfit, bitch. We had gotten the makeup. We had gotten the wig and things of this nature. Pretty much, I put myself in a very dangerous situation because it's not even like I had a wig, bitch. I had a piece of a track. And I had a hat. Look, I had the track on the back of my head, wrapped around the back of my head with a hat over it. It ain't even like I had a full wig on my head. So I really pretty much put myself in a dangerous situation like that. All them boys coming out there. It was probably about a car full of boys, probably about 4 boys. And things of this nature. I had them damn balloons. We had went into the bathroom at that stove right there by the church, filled the balloons up with water, put them water balloons up in my shirt, and things of this nature to get ready to meet them damn boys. Dexter, Rashad, and everybody, baby. Okay, like I gotta see, I was looking the fool. I was looking the absolute and complete fool. I gotta go ahead and call my energy and light sparks back from that. I decree and declare that any and all of my energy, light sparks, and soul fragments that got lost and caught up within the midst of that fear abandoned me in the midst of the process of me dressing up, trying to dress up, and things of this nature, to finally meet them boys after talking to them for so long on that phone. Released, removed, freed, and brought on back home to the mother, the father, and the child. Okay? What else did I want to say about this? I decree and declare that any and all of my energy that got caught up within any of them personally, Rashad, Dexter, or any of the boys that I was talking to at that time, you know, I decree and declare that any and all of my energy, like sparks and soul fragments, that got caught up within the aftermath, the unveiling and the revealing of who I was at that time, because it sure enough came out and I was feeling real bad about it. Released, removed, freed, and brought on back home to the mother, the father, and the child. Okay? We gotta move on though, because after a while, you know, after that, we moved from the neighborhood. After we moved from the neighborhood, I didn't see too much of Shay no more. Until much later, I would see Shay at the place where Sharita worked, because they worked together. But then me and Shay had got into a huge spat online. I had asked the bitch a question, and she acted like she couldn't respond to my question, and I had got real mad and cussed her out. Let me go ahead and call my light sparks back from that. Okay, and I'm not sorry for cussing the bitch out, but I'm gonna go ahead and call my light sparks back from it. I decree and declare that any and all of my energy, light sparks, and soul fragments that got caught up within the midst of that cussing out that she got, because she had the nerve to try to ignore me, are released, removed, freed, and brought on back home to the mother, the father, and the child. Thank you. Bye-bye.